Where can you kill the Macedonian lion in the Legacy of the First Blade that you need for the trophy or achievement? We take a look at the new live event that just appeared, the new weekly Helix store item that is a big letdown, and way more. So if you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. I hope that at this point everyone can play the Legacy of the First Blade if you got the Season Pass, of course, or the Gold Edition of the game, or the Ultimate Edition of the game, but you can also get it separately. I know that many people had some issues like when they installed it and they then could not find it. Also on Steam or on PC, it should be available later, but I hope everything has been sorted out or will be resolved for you so you can finally play this awesome DLC. Like if you are on console, try restarting your console, that might work, and on PC, again, I'm not really sure, but maybe you have to wait a little longer. Again, I hope everyone can play. You need to be level 28 to play the expansion, by the way, and also be in sequence 7 of the family story before you can see the quest in the add-on tab that will take you to Macedonia. I already showed you the pretty cool new weapons from the DLC and the new legendary armor set. I will link to that video where I show you all the new legendary weapons and the stats at the end of this one. And that is, I feel, the most important coverage for the DLC, because I don't want to spoil any story moments, of course. But there's also one achievement and trophy where you need to kill the Macedonian lion. Like, nothing special, it's just an alpha animal, but it can be hard to find if you don't know where to look. Well, the lion is over here on the map near the viewpoint, and you might already have it, so then you can just teleport there and you will see the lion. So yeah, you can easily kill it with some devastating shots, of course. I tried to make it a little more exciting and tried to hit him as well with melee attacks. Kill the animal and then the trophy or achievement will pop. But I hope that the lion is not flying for you, as we see in screenshots from John, because when he approached, the lion would just fall down and then he could not kill it. So then you can of course reload your save and hopefully try again. So yeah, you could say that it's a magical lion for sure. There are some new bounties in the Legacy of the First Blade that I actually missed in my first playthrough. So I first played the DLC at Ubisoft on a developer build, and now I finished it on my own character. So yes, I did all the quests that appear in Macedonia when you progress through the DLC story, but I did not check the bounty board. Well, totally do that for some extra bounties in the world that are easy to complete, like kill some of the new Persian enemies. But yeah, totally nice to do for some XP and gold. I do have to say though that most of the side content in the first episode did not feel as fleshed out as you normally expect from side quests. They were more like a combination between the bounties and the side quest in Odyssey, with very little interaction with NPCs, and it just had you kill mercenaries that you find in the world anyways, or loot something in the world, without the twists and turns we normally see in these side quests. Like, I could have used more interesting characters and less notes that tell the story. Just my 2 cents, curious to hear what you think of the episode after you played it, of course. As I said in my previous video, I did like the cutscenes and interactions with the characters from the main story though, so I'm really curious to see where it goes next. So yes, the DLC is out now if you have the Season Pass, Gold Edition or Ultimate Edition of the game, and will be sold separately as well, like you can buy the Legacy of the First Blade separately. But it's also Tuesday in Odyssey, and that means that we got the regular weekly content to play, like a new live event we can grab at the bounty board, and then we will see that there's a new ship this week that has a pretty cool design that you can get for defeating it. So it's over here on the map, a fast travel to a nearby location to summon your ship and then get sailing. As always, I tried to kite the 2 pirate ships defending this live event target and take them out first, so then afterwards I can go full focus on this legendary ship that we have to kill. And with this tactic you always get the job done, then go for boarding for fun, but it's of course not needed. And then bam, you get the 40 Orichalcum, some nice XP, gold, and the new ship design that again looks pretty awesome. Purple with the Zerebus sort of logo on the sail there. Really cool. So yes, I totally recommend that you sail to this location during or maybe after the Legacy of the First Blade adventures to claim the rewards. You of course got 1 week to kill the live event before it disappears. It should be for level 30 and higher. You also want to focus on the weekly quest for some extra Orichalcum to spend at the Oikos of the Olympian store, and I will showcase the weekly selection that of course resets every week in a second here. And this week we got a pretty cool weekly quest actually that has us play differently instead of kill special type of enemies. We have to kill Spartan soldiers with a heavy bladed weapon, with poison attacks, and also with a torch. So yes, that kind of changes things up for sure. The smart thing to do here is to put the weapon damage becomes poison damage engraving on the heavy bladed weapon for 2 birds in 1 stone actually. Because if you kill enemies while doing poison damage with this weapon, you get a +1 for the heavy bladed weapon and also for the poison damage. While if the enemy dies from only a poison hit, you only get the +1 for the poison attack. And with the torch, you have to do the final hit with the weapon, so make sure you time your attack right. If the enemy dies from the fire, then it's not counted, so be careful for that. The best way to do this quest is to go to the arena that you can of course find over here on the map. Here you will find the Spartan challenge that I think starts somewhere in the 30s and then throws many Spartans at you. I used my torch against the spear and the brute guys that don't have a lot of armor because obviously your torch doesn't do that much damage, so having enemies with more armor will be harder to take out with this not so really good weapon. And then I would switch to the heavy blade with the poison damage to take out the tougher enemies. Do a few runs of the arena and you will have the quest pretty fast. But of course a conquest battle versus Sparta can also be nice because you fight a lot of Spartans there of course as well. And then you get the orichalcum to spend in the Oikos of the Olympian store. Only this week there's no legendary item to spend it on because the item in the shop from the Helix store is blue. It's the chest from the deluxe edition pack that you got if you got the ultimate edition or the deluxe edition of the game, but you could also buy it separately as well. But yeah, I really don't see any reason to get it, only if you really like the look a lot, because that might be worth the 20 orichalcum. But I think this set looks way better if you have the full set and not just the chest, because you will not be doing it obviously for the stats because it's a blue item. 20 orichalcum is not that much though. And speaking of blue items, in the Helix store Ubisoft added a full pirate set that was first exclusive to the Twitch Prime pack. It's a pretty cool one, like in terms of looks. I especially like the hat because it looks pretty unique. But yeah, you can get that now as well from Helix credits, and it should also be available in the Oikos of the Olympian store. So hooray, more blue items that we can get from these randomized boxes. The mount though is also available, and I really like this one. It has the spikes on the hat. It just is a really cool sort of twist on the regular mounts we got in the game. So I would really say if you got the 150 Helix credits on your account still from the beginning of the game, for example, or left over, I think it's worth it to get this one. Again, it should also be in the Olympian gift though. Going back to the Oikos store weekly selection, we also got a free epic items, of course, that are pretty nice, but not like instant buy material. This hat is great for a fire warrior build, but you don't really need the ranged resistance against multiple enemies, so having that can be a waste in some situations. The sword can be nice for assassins actually, if you don't have a good weapon for the playstyle yet, but I think it's smarter to play as an assassin and then loot the items, so you still get assassin items that likely have some nice perks too. The shroud is for hunter players and can be nice as well if you use fire arrows a lot like me, and you want to aim for the head of course, so a pretty good one if you don't have a hunter helmet yet. But yeah, if you want to spend your orichalcum on that, it's really up to you. I will of course be using my orichalcum to get the freaking Hades Lieutenant. They changed the sort of icon, by the way, from being gray to now legendary as it should be. Let's see if I can let that show up on my screen as well. Subscribe, of course, for everything Assassin's Creed Odyssey if you haven't already. Like I said, I got a video up with all the gear from the expansions and the new weapons as well. You can watch that one by clicking on the screen. And now, let's get to Sargos. Yes, here we are again, 67. I should find 2 more orichalcum ore in the world. Anyway, we're gonna spend it, so it does not matter. Let's see what we got. Yeah? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Come on. Epic, likely, right? Ah, god damn it. Malaka sword, Makira, I should say. Assassin, Spartan, soldiers, and all damage. I don't know if you are doing, of course, a Spartan fort infiltration. This might be nice. But overall, the all damage is pretty good for the assassin playstyle as well. But yeah, that's not what we want. Should I do another one? Should I do another one? Ah, god damn it. I will do it. Why not? Like, it's freaking Tuesday, got a lot of orichalcum, want to spend it. Still need to do the weekly quest and I can do the daily quest every day. So, hopefully I have an opening at the end of every video. Let's just do another one. I mean, they did not add any new Helix items this Tuesday. Still, we got freaking epic items though. Assassin Dagger, Hunter damage, all damage, crit damage. Not bad as well. Lies the all damage on every item here, so I like that. But yeah, no freaking Helix Lieutenant. Are we ever gonna get it? I don't know. Next week they will likely add a new Lieutenant to the Helix store, so then the chance that I can get the Helix Lieutenant will be slimmer. But yeah, the amount of epic items I get lately is insane. Remember the last real Helix store item I got were the freaking blue leaf blades, and before that I can't even remember. Maybe a weapon or something, I don't even know, but it has been a freaking while. So hopefully more luck in the next videos. Again, subscribe for everything Odyssey, drop a like to support the channel, and check out my recent video on the new gear and weapons from the Legacy of the First Blaze DLC. Let me know what you think of the DLC in the comments down below, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.